Hello and welcome everyone. If you're new to this channel, then my name is Amit Patel and you are watching Musings with Software Engineers. If you're new, then subscribe to this channel because on this channel, I share ideas, insight, tools, and tactics that can help you go from where you are in the software industry to an epic level of success. So if you are new and want to grow fast in the software industry, then subscribe now and press the bell icon so that you don't miss any update. Saksham Agarwal, give some details regarding scope of SAP development. Okay, I have been getting a lot of questions on SAP. So a few days back, I went and did some research on SAP. So do you know that SAP is a very old uh, product. Okay, SAP is one of the first ERPs. ERP means an enterprise resource and planning software. Okay, and this software was considered to be huge. Okay, when ERP was developed, because on one side you had software like word processors like Microsoft Word and Excel and PowerPoint. These were the smaller softwares. They would do one thing really well. On the other side were all these case tools, and ERP is one such tool. Okay, which were enterprise resource and planning. That means an entire organization can use this as a software to manage each and every department within their company. Okay, that's why it was called enterprise resource and planning software, ERP. Okay, and SAP 20 years back or 30 years back, I don't know, I don't know in which year SAP came into functioning. I think it was 1974 or 76. I don't know the year. Somebody can put it in chat after looking at Google. But since then they have been a leader in ERP, and even today they are number one. You know why they are number one? Because once you install a ERP, it is very difficult to change that ERP. So a lot of companies have been competing to become number one in the area of ERP. Okay, there are companies like Oracle. Oracle has its own ERP product. There are companies like Microsoft 365 or Microsoft Dynamics is a product. There are companies like Salesforce, okay, Ban. There are so many other companies which try to do an ERP kind of a thing, but nobody comes close to SAP when it comes to ERP. Okay, so SAP development has a huge scope. In fact, you will have less competition if you become a SAP developer, because if you want to become a SAP developer, then you have to learn the programming language that they use. And I don't know what programming language they use internally. That is their own personally developed programming language, which can only be used with SAP. They have their own way of coding, they have their own style of coding. All these Java programming, .NET programming, all these things are not going to work. All these things are not going to work. Are you getting my point? So the scope of SAP is huge. Okay, because there are companies which have installed SAP for last 20, 30 years, and they are still on SAP. Then they keep on upgrading whatever technologies are released by SAP. Correct? Okay, there was a time during my time when people were becoming software programmers. It was easy to get into software development with C++, and the courses for C and C++ were like 9,000 rupees. Okay, in those days 9,000 was also big, but in those days a course for SAP would cost anywhere between 80,000 rupees to 1,50,000 rupees. Why? Because a SAP consultant would get such a high salary that if you do that course of a SAP consultant, then immediately that was the high paying job in those days. I'm talking about 1995. Even today, those things have not changed. So if you really deeply learn SAP, not only that there is a scope and a future of SAP development, but you will yourself get a very good career, which I don't think is going anywhere in the near future. Okay, SAP is not, we don't have yet a company which can say that we are going to replace SAP and put our own ERP. It's impractical. Okay, so the scope is very high, and also you will get a lot of exposure if you become a SAP consultant, or if you get into SAP development, or whatever you do. Okay, Saksham, so if you are into SAP, then good, go ahead. Also, check out my program on how to become A players. Both the links are in the description of this video. And thank you very much for coming to Musings with Software Engineers live. Uh, Stay focused, stay rich. See you in the next live.